in theatre or in dance, in projects like this, we are coming together, we are sharing an experience, we are working towards one goal through our own artistry and our shared skill set. I am Jonathan Watkins. I'm a choreographer and a director. As an artistic creative leader, when I'm coming into a space, it actually doesn't really matter to me in terms of what the space is. Obviously with dance, the space does matter in terms of how big it is, but for me it's more about the people and the atmosphere. I like the process to feel human and enjoyable, and we're all people like working towards the same goal, and so it's just very important for me to have that as the process. Even if we're moving from space to space, you're hoping to continue that energy and that way of working. I try to be my authentic self. If you're vulnerable and you're sort of saying, oh, I'm not sure, or, you know, I think that opens up the space for everyone to feel like that. And I hope by speaking out what's going on in my head, I hope that that's like an invitation for other people to do that. Trying to kind of guide the ship, but being open to all the different offerings, because why wouldn't you? Everyone has a different way of processing and navigating this kind of project. I've always believed that you can create things that are serious, but also have a laugh doing it as well, and then you can flip to, you know, what's this about? What's the intention about? It's hard to kind of pinpoint, but all of those things come together to create, hopefully, a safe space. So we're here at Sadler's Wells, it's week 3, creating a single man, and we are doing all sorts of different scenes at the moment that all take place in Act 1. A Single Man is a queer love story that I feel is vital and relevant to our times. It deals with grief and how we navigate our experiences and life. So with Ballet Queer, it felt very much first born out of wanting to say goodbye. Thinking about my own traditions and where I come from, and training in ballet from 12, and this kind of rigidity of tradition of how gender's performed within ballets and within the art form. And then actually a couple of years just looking at the queer history of ballet and looking at queer history in general, and you know, trying to create something, and found something that actually can acknowledge all of that, but create new work that is from these lived experiences. When you're thinking about queering ballet, there's obviously a very big training element, a dedication over many years. I guess the bigger question is, can you queer ballet by dancing it untrained? We've done a lot of workshops with people that have not had any training, and it's been looking at their own identity and queer identity and how that can take on movement and forms, and these workshops were a space to go, come and have a go, come and have a try, like it's for untrained people. In sort of bigger strokes, it's very much about people finding other people that have got similar experiences to them and being able to talk through those, and then it's reflected back to them, and then we invite them to kind of create something based on that, and then they share that with each other. So it's a great like connector of humans as well. We've started with our film series, which is called This Is How I Move, and the first one was based on a brilliant artist and performer, Naya Bautista, and it was about her journey through movement and through like transitioning. With This Is How I Move, I would love it to be like a series of like 5, 6 short films that are from different perspectives, queering ballet, queering those experiences and stories. And then we are working towards our first live show, which is called Some Queer History of Us. And so that's hopefully coming in the first half of 2026. The end is very much about the antidote to all of that, and why I set up Ballet Queer is to kind of be able to be your authentic self by doing ballet and moving in these new works that are not based on revamping or rethinking or reimagining things that already exist. We're creating new things like queer stories, but also like for allies and for like understanding of everyone. With A Single Man, actually I set out to create this adaptation in 2019, which is pre-COVID, it's pre-Ballet Queer, it's pre all this thinking. Although this story is queer, it's set in a time when it's very gendered. And so some of it is faithful to this 1960s story that is amazing, that's a masterpiece, that's really poetic, but is of a time. You have all the characters, which is very much from the book, and they're all interacting, but there are these moments through song and through what John Grant's written that actually kind of speak to our time now. Also then John Grant's songs hitting these themes as well, and then Jasmine Kent-Rudgman's amazing score, like weaving into that, creating emotional landscapes through music. It takes a lot of work and it's really challenging to get these projects off the ground. And this has been like pretty much 5 years in the making. And what the best part of this is bringing all these people together, because I can think of these things, but they're just in my mind. Like, I can't produce them myself. It's only the people that can bring it together. Christopher Isherwood could write it and he could be on his own, whereas this art form, it's integral and necessary for communication and community and collective shared focus towards a goal, and affects people who see it. I'm just looking forward to seeing when everything cohesively hopefully comes together and delivers our version of A Single Man.